Hi, Trent. I understand we're going to talk about erosion today.
Yeah, something like that. I'm on site today at a community just south of Wilmington, North Carolina, where we're going to be working on reestablishing really eroded lost shoreline. Our guys just quit pumping for a little bit, so I figured I'd jump on and we can kind of talk through the system.
Show us a little bit more about what you have going on over there.
Okay, so I'm going to grab the phone. So I might be out of the frame for just a little bit. But what we've got going on here is this pond right here by the outlet structure, as you see this right here, really had a lot of eroded shoreline. Here, on this area here, almost 2-3 feet of a sheer drop off. So what we're doing is we're coming in with our SOLitude system where we're able to kind of form a taco shell around the eroded shoreline and then fill it up with material, sand, silt, clay, and sod it and walk away. We've got this beautiful, nice sloped shoreline.
And what is that material made out of?
So this is a knitted synthetic material, similar to, well, not similar to silk fence, but same concept. The knitted factor allows us to actually get down and cut these holes in it for our ropes and stakes, and that hole will never get any larger. This is a knitted material. Once you start tugging and pulling, it's not going anywhere.
And what causes erosion in the first place?
It's really a combination of a lot of things. Here it was more, wind action, wave action, down the coast, hurricanes. This one had a fluctuating water level. They irrigate from this pond as well as fill it back up with well water. So what happens is that just constant fluctuation caused the shoreline to erode.
And it's probably an obvious question, but what's the issue with erosion? I mean, what do we care if water dumps into a pond?
Yeah, so there's a lot of things that go on with erosion, nutrient loss, soil loss. We see sites where actually people have lost property because they've eroded so much. Stability issues. If you look here, where this outlet structure was, you're starting to see this undercutting and erosion, and that's going to continue to get worse and worse and possibly fail, causing this community to replace this outlet and this pipe system.
And then take a walk over if you can. Can we take a little bit closer? What I see, you guys are kind of working a little bit on a project over there right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
I guess this is the pump system, or
yeah, this is our piranha dredge. So what we're doing is we're actually able to fill or pull sediment, sand from the pond to fill the sop.
And the guy that's hanging out in the pond, what's his job?
So he's going to guide the cutter head, the suction head for the piranha dredge, and they're going to pull this material out of the pond and then pump it through the hose and then back into the stock.
And typically, how long does a project, is this the entire erosion area, what we're seeing right here?
Yeah, what you're seeing now is the entire 50 feet. So here we just did kind of a 50-foot starting section. So this community can really come out and see and touch and feel, this erosion system, erosion repair system. They have 80 acres of water here. So if they like it, if it's doing the right thing, they're going to implement it, in other areas.
Move it down a little bit, Trent, because our view is a little bit different. There you go.
This system here, 50 feet, with no problem, half a day, 3/4 of a day. We've got projects of 1,000, 2,000 linear feet that might take 2 or 3 weeks on site.
And then move a little bit further from the pump, Trent, and head back, maybe head back over where you were. Thanks. Because it's interfering a little bit with your mic. This project here, from the time they call you until the time you leave, about how long is the process?
I'd say set up probably 2 or 3 days, to really do it right. Where they give us a holler. Let's just say that's everything's already taken care of, proposals and everything. But if you reach out to me, I can get there down on site within a week or so. I can do a lot from Google Earth measuring, and we get a proposal over to you for possible repair work. And then our repair teams right now are 6 to 8 weeks out on getting onto the site. I think that was more your question, though.
And there's no issues with COVID precautions or anything right now, because this is obviously outdoors, right?
Yeah, not really. We try to keep our crew small so we're not, intermingling too much. Social distance as we can. But, hey, the best thing about this is we get to work outside every day.
And when you guys walk away from this project, what's it going to look like? Are those socks still going to be there, or?
So what we're going to do is we'll sod over the socks. Can you see the socks, Ray?
Just remember, it seems like our view is a little bit different than yours. It's a little bit, there you go, that's better.
So
yep.
What we'll do is we'll sod over the sock system and then plant into the leading edge with beneficial plants. I've got a few varieties here, pickle reeds, some rushes, some rose mallows, some irises, and we'll kind of create this nice living buffer right along the leading edge of the sock.
So these seem like the kind of projects, when they're done, right?
Yeah, very much so. What we call this, you can see a pumping right here, Ray. They got our dredge going again. What we call this a permanent living shoreline. So the living factor is the sod and the plant. The permanent factor is this knitted synthetic material that really is only broken down by UV rays. So as long as it's covered with sod, it's another ground cover, it's going to last for a long, long time.
And is there any testing done on the material that is pumped, or is it not required because it's from the pond anyway?
Really no requirements per se for toxicity or heavy metals. What we're running into here is we thought that it was going to be a great, easy project because it was all sand. But what we'll run into is the sand's almost too sugary, too fine, so it's just clogging up our pump a little bit. They're really sandy material is the best, but we also have to import material with a dump truck or other equipment to bring in if the dredge field is not suitable.
And it seems like pretty low impact on the community here for this project. It doesn't look like there's a tremendous amount of guys or a huge impact, right?
Very much so. And that's the beautiful thing, especially if you can import all the material from the pond. There really is only, a piece of a small, buggy here, a couple guys on the shoreline, and then all the heavy stuff is out in the pond.
Is there anything else you wanted to add for managers and boards to consider in regard to a project like this before we let you go?
No, I'd say that this system, the nice thing about the stock system is that we can sew on. So here, we're doing 50 feet. So let's say next month or next year, the community is really interested in spinning the stocks. What we do is we just sew on to that edge over there that we stopped, and we start going again. So it's almost like a living Lego system, where if a budget only allows for 100 feet one year, let's tackle the worst 100 feet.
Great. Thanks a lot for letting us drop by.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks, Ray.
Bye.